G'day world, Macca coming to you live for 2018, or Myriad 2018. It's the end of the day, the sun's going down, and we're here with Dominic. How you doing?
Yeah, well, thanks, mate. Ready to kick off Startup Pitch Night.
Oh yeah, what's happening there?
River City Labs have got their pitch night for their accelerator cohort, so they 7 startups pitching for their life, which will be good.
For their life?
Yeah.
It sounds a bit intense.
Oh, I don't know, startups is an intense time of your life, and they've been hard at it for the last couple of months, so it'd be good to see the fruition.
Good stuff. And so what are you working on?
So I'm the CEO of Tow, which is an on-demand towing platform connecting motorists and with local towing companies. We kicked off in 2014. We were one of Australia's fastest growing companies. We took out Deloitte Tech Fast 50 in 2016. We're just about to launch internationally, so it's we're launching in a couple of different international markets and poised to be the first ever global towing company. So that's pretty exciting. And then I'm also a partner in a charity tech company called TapTins, which is a joint venture with RSPCA Queensland, and we're building a connected contactless payment collection terminal to replace old school collection terminals for charities.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're working on some pretty crazy stuff, and you're already in sort of an international company already. So is that, you got 2 side projects going, or 2 big companies you're working on?
Look, we got 2 big businesses, which is great. I'm the sort of person who gets bored in about 30 seconds, so I love building things and I love being involved with lots of different projects. I also sit on the board of CCIQ, the Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Queensland, and just love mentoring other startups and getting involved in the scene.
Awesome. And yeah, that's a good segue. So, why is it important to sort of give back to the community, from your journey so far?
Look, I think I'm being a little bit selfish in the way that I give back too. I've got a young family now. I'm married with 2 young kids, and for me, it's about I want to know that my kids are going to have a really strong and powerful future in Australia and in Queensland, and so part of that is this is the time when we've got to build our ecosystem and we've got to build our community and our innovation and transition to that innovation nation, and so anything I can do to help that, it's obviously great for the industry and it's great for the local startups, but really for me, it's about growing the future of Queensland.
Yeah. Sorry, just step over this way just a bit. We're moving out of frame.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So, give us a bit of a taste of the journey of building Tow to getting to the stage of international.
Yeah. So I mean, look, it's been a long journey. We started R&D in 2013. And we launched as a statewide towing company in Queensland, as the first statewide towing company in Queensland. Queensland's a big state, it's a 1.8 million square kilometre beast. I drove as far north as you can go in our state and as far west and as far south. I covered a really large area. I would drive for weeks at a time, meeting virtually every towing company in Queensland while we were in R&D. So, it's a long slog, and it's not the glam and glitz that everyone thinks of startup. Like, this is, red dirt and hitting kangaroos and driving all through the night in 40-degree heat, and it's been a long journey, but we're blessed to have a really fast-growing big company. We're poised for much bigger growth than we've had now, so it's a really exciting time.
Yeah, and why are you going through the phase of international? Why is that so important?
Look,
going global.
Yeah, so I was over in the States recently for Myriad Air, and I met with some sort of large US companies in a sort of similar vertical to us and along a similar path, and who are very centric in the way that they look at their business. They're really concentrating on the US market. I mean, it is a big market, but for me, I thought, there is no time like now to be capitalising on speed and taking on as many international territories as possible, so that one of these companies don't get to be the world leader in global towing. A Queensland company does. So that's really gave me a good kick up the rear, and so we've kicked up a gear and we're ready to go.
Great stuff. And so you're what market you're looking at first? And
so we're looking at 2 markets. So by the end of this month, we will be in the New Zealand market, a nice small one to test, and the US market, a nice really big one to test. So we can jump into the shallow end and the deep end at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's going to be pretty. So you're doing it both at the same time?
Yeah, both at the same time, man. Yeah.
You excited?
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
And so what did you choose? So with the whole building of the company, did you choose investment? Did you, how did you make money in the early days?
So we're fairly self-funded. We launched with a small kitty and grown from there. I was lucky to have the backing of the owners of a big car auction in town who put up some cash initially for the business, and we've grown organically from there. We did have quite a large government contract initially in the early days, and which was obviously helpful having a really big client from day one.
Yeah.
But yeah, from there we've just grown organically. It's our model's unique in the country. We're the only national towing company in Australia. And so, it's given us a good, strong foundation of growth, as we launch internationally.
Great stuff. And, it sounds like an interesting road from, going to the Outback and actually validating it and
Absolutely.
meeting everyone.
Yeah.
So you met everyone firsthand and
That's
built
right.
those relationships early on.
Exactly.
So moving on from that, what advice would you give to other startups that are going down that same road? And the importance of meeting your actual customers, your importance of meeting the people you're working with, your partners. What advice would you give to build those relationships?
Look, the stereotypical one that is a bit of a catchphrase in the industry these days: fail fast. I really strongly believe this and have lived this for 15 years now. It is fail fast is about arriving at a realization that you either need to pivot or kill, whether it's a feature, a product, or a business, doesn't matter, very quickly. It frees up your time to work on things that do work, right? So, launch often, launch fast, and fail fast as well. Part of that is also not being scared of failure, right? Failure is just a part of what we do. Don't be embarrassed by it. Just move on, learn from it, move on, and it honestly makes the journey so much faster. And then when you do find something that works, do everything you can to multiply that thing that's working, right? It sounds obvious, but people just don't quite realize it is. As soon as you start to get traction, throw everything you have behind that, and then launch that into multiple verticals. And then the verticals of them that don't work so well, kill them, and then keep going down that path. It's really the best way to keep that high growth and momentum going.
Awesome stuff. Well, I don't want to keep you held up, but
Thanks.
Are you pitching tonight?
No, but keen to listen to the pitches.
Yeah. Are you going to help it? Are you getting involved and helping out some other startups?
Always getting involved, yeah.
Awesome
Yeah.
stuff, man. Well, thanks for joining us, Dominic.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And make sure you keep watching for more Beach City Live content coming to you live from Myriad 2018.
Thanks a lot.
Proudly brought to you by Everledger and Invest Sunshine Coast.
Cool.
Catch you later, guys.
Thanks,
Shakra.